Hello students, let us see now next type of curve in polar form, that is rose curves. The format of this curve, the equation of the curves are like this: r is equal to a sin n theta, or r is equal to a cos n theta, where n is a natural number. It starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, now the step for drawing such type of curves, rose curves, we have following steps. Step 1 is, first step is we have to put r is equal to 0. This r is equal to a sin n theta. We have to put r is equal to 0 in LHS side to find values of different values of theta angles, and we have to draw those angles. Okay, now for r is equal to, first a sin n theta, put r is equal to 0. What we get? Sin n theta is equal to a sin n theta is equal to 0, but a cannot be equal to 0 because it is a constant. Sin n theta is equal to 0 means n theta having values 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi and so on. These are the infinite angles. Now we want theta, that's why take n on this side. We get theta is equal to 0 upon n, that is 0, pi upon n, comma 2 pi upon n, comma 3 pi upon n. Okay, this is the infinite series of angles. Okay, how much angles we have to consider? 2n angles. Draw 2n angles. Okay, how many number there is n in the example itself? If suppose there is a 2, we have to draw 2 to 2, that is 4 angles we have to consider. If there is a 3, we have to draw 3 into 2, that is 6 angles total. 1 2 3 4 5 6, we have to take 6 angles. Okay, in this way we have to draw these angles. And then for sine theta, for cos theta, put r is equal to 0, we get a cos n theta is equal to 0. That's why cos n theta is equal to 0. That means n theta start from, we have to take one negative angle, minus pi by 2, plus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, 11 pi by 2 and so on. These are odd numbers here: 1, 3, 5, 7 upon 2. Okay, here only for 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi and so on. Now take n on that side, we get minus 2, minus pi upon 2n, comma pi upon 2n, comma 3 pi upon 2n, comma 5 pi upon 2n and so on. How many angles we have to draw? Same for cos also, 2n angles. Okay, once we draw these angles, we have to draw the circle. Any radius circle we have to draw starting from the origin as a center. Okay, now step 2 is, if n is odd, if suppose n is 3, 1, 3, 5, suppose n is odd number, then we have to draw n loops. Loops means this is a loop, called this is loop. In so many this type of Cartesian, this is called the loop. In so many curves we have seen the knot. This such type of knot is called loop. Okay, how many loop we have to draw? If n is odd, we have to draw n loops. If n is odd, that much number of loops we have to draw alternatively. Okay, if n is even, then we have to draw 2n loops. If n is 2, 4, 6 and so on, then we have to draw 2n loops in each division. What is the meaning of this? We are going to see in the particular examples. Okay, and draw the circle at the origin with particular radius a. A is any number, that's why take any 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter circle, so that your diagram must be in half page diagram, becomes half page diagram. Okay, okay, start with the first curve, that is r. Trace the curve r is equal to a sine 3 theta. Okay, for sine theta we have to follow these steps. Okay, put first r is equal to 0, therefore sine 3 theta is equal to 0. 3 theta becomes 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. How many angles we have to take? N is equal to, value of n is 3, that's why we have to take 3 into 2, that means 3n angles. Whatever n even or odd, we have to take, draw 2n angles. okay, whatever it is, even on draw or cos or sine, we have to draw 6 double of that angle. That means we have to take 6 of these angles up among the infinite series. We have to take here 6 angles. Now take 3 on that side. Of RHS side, we get theta is equal to value of the theta is 0, pi by 3, 2 pi by 3, 3 pi by 3, 3 gets cancelled, 4 pi by 3, 5 pi by 3. Now next step is we have to draw these angles by using your protriangle. Okay, use the scale and protriangle to draw the circles and lines. Okay, strictly. Now this is x-axis, y-axis. Okay, theta is equal to 0 is the this line. Start from the these lines we have to consider only. Okay, these x and y-axis, these are 4 different angles. We have to just make these angles, draw this x and y axis for our concern, so that we can start from the 0 angle. Okay, now we have to consider this angles only, 0 degree, then pi by 3 is a 60 degree, this is the angle pi by 3, then 2 pi by 3 is a 120 degree, pi is a 180 degree, 4 pi. Again, how to calculate this angle? Just multiply, put the value of pi is equal to 180 everywhere. That much of angle you have to take. Okay, now 4 pi by 3 is a this one angle. Okay, this angle 4 pi by 3. Use protriangle to draw the angles. 5 pi by 3 is a this angle. Okay, we have these 6 angles, 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have to consider these 6 lines only. Okay, apart from this x and y axis. Now what we have to do? N is a odd. Okay, that's why what is the theory? We have to draw 3 loops here. We have to draw n loops alternatively. Alternative means there are 6 divisions. From this to this angle there is one division, this is second division, this is third division, this is fourth division, this is fifth division, this one is fifth division. This we are not considering this y-axis because we are not having these angles. Okay, now this one sixth division, fifth division, and this one is a sixth division. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. If you draw by using scales and all this thing, these divisions are at equal angles, equal distance. Okay, now draw 3 loops in a alternative. We have to draw 3 loops. If n is odd, 3 loops in alternate. Start from this angle, theta is equal to 0. Start from putting the loops in each section. This is the loop. You have to touch this loop at this circle and start from this origin. This is the one loop. Alternative means you have to skip this loop, this division, and we have to make loop in second alternate division. This is the second loop. Now skip this division, and this is the third loop. Okay, this looks like a curve, rose petal. That's why these curves are called as rose curves. Okay, फुलांसारखं दिसतं, that's why फुलांच्या पाकळीसारखं दिसतं, that's why these are called rose curves. Now if n is odd, there are only 3 loops, n loops. If n is even, there are double loops. Okay, let us see now next example. Let us have the example of E1. R is equal to a sine 4 theta. First step, put r is equal to 0, means sine 4 theta is equal to 0. 4 theta becomes 0. Now how many angles we have to consider? 4 into 2. In sine or cos, even or odd, whatever the trigonometry or odd or even, angles should be 2 into this number. 8 angles. That means 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi up to 7 pi. Total number are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, including the 0. Okay, now take 4 on that side. We get 0 upon 0, anything is 0. Pi by 4, 2 pi by 4, that is pi by 2. We have to simplify करायचं जिथे जिथे अवेलेबल नंबर्स असतील तसं. 3 pi by 4, 4 pi by 4, 4 4 gets cancelled, 5 pi by 4, 6 pi by 4 is 6 by 4 is 3 by 2, and 7 pi by 4. Now we have to draw these angles. Okay, how many angles we have to draw? These 8 lines, and n is equal to e1. That's why we have to draw n loops, 2 n loops. That means 2 into 4, that is 8 loops in each division. For odd, we have to draw loops in alternating division. Okay, for even, we have to put loops in each and every division. Now first we have to draw these lines. This is theta is equal to 0. This is pi by 4, this is pi by 2, this is 3 pi by 4, this is pi, this is 5 pi by 4, 3 pi by 2, 7 pi by 4. These are the 8 angles. Okay. Now start with the theta is equal to 0 by putting the loops. First loop, second loop, third loop, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and 8th. There are total 8 loops for the example. This is called the curve. This is petals, rose petals. That's why this is called the rose curve. This looks like a rose petals. Okay. Now next, consider for cos. R is equal to a cos 2 theta. Put r is equal to 0, we get cos 2 theta is equal to 0. Now 2 theta becomes minus pi by 2, plus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. How many angles? 2 into 2, 4 angles we have to take. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now take 2 on that side, we get theta is equal to minus pi by 4, plus pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4. We have to draw these angles first. See, what is the, how to draw the negative angle? It is minus pi by 4. It is opposite mirror image of pi by 4. What is pi by 4? This is pi by 4 angle. Okay, right? Pi by 4, its mirror image to the x-axis is nothing but the minus negative angle. Pi by 4, minus pi by 4. Okay, therefore this is the first, draw positive angle, that is pi by 4, second angle, then draw the mirror image of this angle and take a 45 degree below this line. Okay, pi by 4 means 45 degree. इथून 45 डिग्री म्हणजे खाली फक्त 45 डिग्री इथून मोजून काढायचं. 45 डिग्री या अँगलला, या लाईनला. This means a negative angle. Okay, then 3 pi by 4, by measuring it becomes 3 pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4 is this. Now draw the circle of particular centimeter. Take 3 centimeter and draw the circle. Okay, now how many loops we have to put? 4. It is a 2 is even, that's why 2 into 2, 4 loops we have to draw in each division, and division start from minus pi by 4 line. This is minus pi by 4 line. Start from this division and end with the, we have to end to this line. This is the 2 lines. In between 2 lines we have to draw this loop touching to this circle. Next loop in each division. Okay, start from this line, end with this line, then this loop, then this loop. Okay, this is called r is equal to a cos 2 theta curve. Okay, in similar way, find, this is a homework for you, r is equal to a cos 5 theta. 5 is a odd figure. Similar fashion, just follow this theory where 5 is odd, that's why you have to draw 5 loops in alternate division, and you have to draw 5 into 2, 10 angles. Here you have to consider. Okay, just negative angle means whatever the angle here, it is opposite of this, means in the x-axis च्या खाली फक्त काढायचं, mirror image of that line below the x-axis. Okay, now next one, these are some special curves. R theta is equal to a. Some homeworks for you. Take some homework for you here. R is equal to a sine 5 theta. R is equal to a cos 6 theta. R is equal to a sine 4 theta. R is equal to a cos 5 theta. 5 is 3 theta. Okay, these are some homeworks for you. Okay, these are 4 rose curves. Now let us see next special type of curve. Make the star to the curve. R theta is equal to a. This is special curve, just remember this curve. Symmetry, there is no symmetry. This because r theta because it doesn't contain any trigonometry, sine or cos, that's why it has no symmetry. Pole, curve not passing through origin, that is r is not equal to 0 for any value of theta. Okay, because if go on r is equal to, if suppose theta is equal to r is equal to a upon theta. Okay, for any value of theta r is not equal to 0, because for 0 numerator should be 0 and numerator is not equal to 0. That's why the curve is not passing through pole, means origin or center of the curve. Here remember this, it has some theory, just remember this. Y is equal to a line is the asymptote to the curve. Y is equal to a means any number, y is equal to a line is a parallel to x axis. Okay, a we have to take by guessing only. This is the a. Okay, now r is equal to a upon theta. As theta increases, obviously r from 0 to infinity, suppose theta go on increasing from 0 to infinity, obviously r decreasing. That's why the nature of this curve is like this. It is not passing through origin, that's why it start from this. Okay, this is a spiral curve, it is like a spiral curve. And asymptote, this is asymptote, y is equal to a. Suppose this is the distance a. Okay, 0 to this point, this is suppose 0 a, then y is equal to is asymptote, that's why it is like this. This is the nature of this curve. Now there are some points, definitions, important terms. Double point, a point on the curve through which two branches pass is called double point. For example, this is a curve we already know. Here at this point x is equal to a, this is x is equal to a, this branch of curve and this branch of curve passing, that's why x is equal to a, also x is equal to minus a are the double point of this particular curve. Next, node. A node is a double point where two tangents at which are real and distinct is called node. Means what? Node is a double point where two branches of curve passes, but tangent at that particular point are real and distinct. There are two different tangent at that particular point, where in this case in double point it is only one tangent at this point. Okay, but here suppose this is a curve, this is a knot loop, this is the curve, this type of curve we have already seen. This origin is the node, because at that point this is the tangent line and this is also tangent, that there are two different tangent at the same point, and at the same point different curve part are also passing, that's why it is called a double point and a node. Okay, one is cusp. Cusp is a double point at which the two tangents are coincide is called cusp. In the first example, point x is equal to r, the cusp means what? It is a double point where two tangents are coincide, means what? For node two tangents are different, and for cusp two tangent are same, means coincide means they are same. In this particular example, x is equal to a and x is equal to minus a, this is the tangent line at this point because the curve is like this. Okay, we have already seen this example. That's why this point is also a double point and also a cusp where tangents are coincide, same tangent, and for node there are two different tangents must be there. Okay, these are some terms, these are some homeworks for you. Okay, these are some homeworks. Now you have to draw this course and finish the homeworks, and this is the end of the chapter. Now in next lecture we are going to see the next last topic of this subject M1. Last topic is multiple integral, we are going to see in the next point. Okay.